Oh, he's gotta be out of there. Driver's test is postponed until Wednesday. So that's 2 Wednesdays in a row I don't get to go to the comic shop. Habba-do. Today, it's Comics and Shots, aka Comics and Drinks, because I'm out of whiskey. A completely improvised semi-comedic music by Howard Stern's Mick the Nerd, aka YouTube and TikTok's Mick the Man, aka Mick the Maverick, aka oatmeal, raisin, lazin, blazin, crazin, phazin, buffalo sauce. Today's subject, Mary Jane Watson, and how she has changed so drastically over the years. And I don't mean just recently, I mean even way back when. For years, Aunt May tries to hook up Peter with her friend Anna's niece, May, always saying, oh, she has a great personality, and because Peter Parker is a douchebag, he just says, oh, that's code for ugly. Once again, that's intentional. You're not always supposed to side with Peter when he's being a little bitch. A lot of times, you definitely shouldn't. When he's in college, teenage to college at least. When he's adult, most of the time you can side with him. He's way too miserable as an adult. And then they introduced her in that famous issue, Face It, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot. And she was fun. She primarily existed to be a love rival to Gwen Stacy, you know? Gwen was meant to be Peter's main love interest. She was even modeled after Stan Lee's wife, Jone. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the only reason Gwen Stacy even exists is because of her looking like Joan, because early on her personality was literally the same as Liz Allen. Literally the same. Liz Allen is just, they didn't want to change her hair to look like Joan, so they just made a new character and then brought in Harry Osborn. Because sure. Back to MJ though. She seems kind of like an almost love interest at first, but Peter, because he's a little too judgmental and never gets to to even his own credit, he's too judgmental. He doesn't even get to know her. He primarily goes to Gwen. MJ's down to party with anyone. Gwen has only eyes for Peter, despite Peter's stupidity, mistaking it looking like she's up with anyone else. But once again, Peter's an idiot, combined with all the traumas that is going on in that Bobo's life. And a lot of stories, MJ is just seen in the background. She is Harry's love interest for quite a bit. During a lot of the time, Harry also has a horrible Fu Manchu mustache. I want you to imagine normal Harry Osborn, think of Norman Osborn with a Fu Manchu mustache. Are you horrified yet? That was the Silver Age, baby. And yeah, she was there to just be Harry's number one gal, yada yada yada, while Peter focused primarily on Gwen. Then Gwen Stacy died, and things just changed completely. Everybody changed. The way they saw Spider-Man, the way they saw Peter. MJ started to really shine as a character, and then later on they attached a darker origin to the character, which some might say is a tacked on, because did we really need to make her happy persona just a outward mask? But honestly, I think for the better, because it gave real depth to what was essentially just a side character at the time. And I like it. And during the middle of that Silver Age to 2008, there was a good balance of MJ's classic happy persona mixed with her more developed persona from the Lee Ditko Ramita years onwards, and it was just great. It was just great, man. It was just great. And now, flash forward. Sad stepmom trying to avenge her dead spell children with a stupid jackpot wrist watch dealy what's it made by her probable husband Paul. I say probable because they never actually say if they're married or not. And that's the subject of Paul. It's like the more you read it, the more you can't hate him because hating a person involves really knowing them, and Paul doesn't have any personality. He's just there. He's just a plot device. It's the weirdest thing. Why? Why are we doing this? Back to MJ, who this vlog is about. I've waited so long for MJ to be given the chance to be like an actual mother, and the way they do it is in a totally unnatural way possible that ultimately erases everything about her personality and what she wants to do in life. Remember when she was an actress? Remember when she tried to do that shit? Yeah, that's basically abandoned. I can't, like, it was like that one movie where she was like, you know, working with Mysterio and a bunch of other rogues, and that's it. And for the bulk of The Amazing Spider-Man, stay-at-home mom. Dear God, that sucks. And, you know, it's one thing to stick her with in a marriage to a man she doesn't love, or an almost marriage to a man she doesn't love, but to basically just erase all her personality and all she wants to be, just to be a mom, just to show Peter Parker what he wish he could have, is just kind of denigrating to the character. Am I using that word right? It's demonstrative. I don't know. It's bad for the character. Bad. Just go for the bad. Yeah. And making her a superhero doesn't make up for it. It doesn't make up for... I don't even want to say character assassination, because there's still elements of the character there. More character numbing. That's it. Character numbing. It's like, I can stand her being not with Peter. That was a weird way of saying it. Her not being with Peter. But I can't stand MJ not being herself. And it feels like she hasn't really been like that in a long time. Also, I don't know what comic book wrote this, but she never wanted to be a detective. There was this weird epilogue, monologue. It was a monologue, where she talked about, I always wanted to be a detective. No, you wanted to be an actress, and that's fine, okay? It's fine. You like to dance and party. It's fine to dance, party, and act. It's cool. You're not Lois Lane, and that's fine, MJ. We like you who you are. I just wish Marvel did as well. With that, like, comment, and subscribe. Donate if you're feeling nice. Have some music. Share it with a bear. And always remember, praise be to the blood elk, fear the stabopotamus, and death to Kronos. Tomorrow's episode, the early appearances of the Prowler. And why they're just straight up good, baby.